Edward? Hello, Ryan. Doing another goods train? Yeah, it's on the way to the construction site at Harwick. Well, Ryan, I'm happy Sir Topham had purchased you. Besides, we do need another engine to help on the Harwick branch. What's so special about that branch, Edward? Well, it was originally made in 1916 during the time when the NWR was still new. But right now, I think the Harwick branch is definitely what we need on the branch line right now, since the Little Western is struggling at this moment right now. Yeah, I guess so. Is something bothering you, Ryan? Yeah, well, while I was approaching the station, I heard a loud crash. It might have been Thomas shunting the coaches away, but I don't know why. Well, I probably think it might have been Thomas being cheeky or something like that, but in all my days of knowing Thomas would never do something on purpose like that. Besides, I've known him for years. He's still a hard worker and the cheeky one, but he knows what is right and what's wrong. He would never do something like that. Also, not to mention, Gordon and him had formed an alliance years ago when Thomas fell down the mine. Really? Huh. I did see some LNER A3s and A0s and A1s back when I worked for the Great Northern Railway. I do remember that. You said your express engines is Gordon, right? Yeah, Ryan. Well, is it true that he may be a bit boastful and snooty? He may be a bit boastful and have a bit of an ego, but he's still a good engine, Ryan. I don't think he would ever do something like this. Besides, Gordon was very snooty, boastful. He always thought of himself as the bigger engine sometimes, but he's still a good engine, though. I know, Edward, it's just, I know Thomas would never do something like that. I've known him for a while, but I just met him, but he is a good engine, but he would never do something like that. Ryan? What's wrong? Wait a minute. No. You don't think... Were you at the station, Edward? Yeah, I was, and I heard Gordon call Thomas a silly little tank engine. Wait a second. Oh, that Gordon! That Gordon! He's the reason that accident happened at Knapford. He's the reason that he caused Thomas to lose his temper like that. How dare he? Wait till I get my buffers on him. When I see him and when I get my buffers on him, he's gonna be so sorry. Ryan, calm down. I know Gordon may have been silly like that, and I know he's a good engine. But I didn't think he would go that far. I'm absolutely disgusted of his childish behavior. Edward, some engines said tender engines don't shunt. Well, that's not true. All tender engines shunt, big or small. Besides, I'm a small tender engine. Tender engines do shunt. Gordon is just one of those engines who is so pompous and full of his own ego. I believe he went back to his old habits. Why? Probably because he thinks he's better. Probably because he thinks he can boss Thomas around. Well, I'm not going to let him get away with this. I'm going to tell Sir Topham Hatt. And I'm going to tell him that you're the one that found out the truth. Okay, Edward. I'm sorry. Do you think my arrival was a bad idea? No, Ryan. Besides, we do need an engine like you. I'm happy you think I'm needed here, Edward. Thanks. No problem, Ryan. I better get going. I have to tell Sir Topham Hatt. Okay. in the... What is this? Gordon, the big engine! What were you playing at? Sir, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything. Liar! Once I get my buffers on you, you'll be sorry. Ryan, bumping him won't solve anything. Calm down. Sorry, sir. Gordon, we know it was you that called Thomas a silly little tank engine. Now don't lie. Admit it. Edward, you can't be serious. You can't seriously fall for this engine's lies. Gordon, Ryan knows the truth and he realized it. Gordon, I've known you for years. Don't lie. James is right. Tell the truth, Gordon. All right, Edward, I admit it. I called Thomas a silly little tank engine. But when Flying Scotsman visited us all those years ago, he told me about the rest of my Doncaster siblings. Only a few of them survived, but the rest didn't. I was so heartbroken and furious at what happened to them. They didn't deserve it. Flying Thistle and Emerald Knight and Flying Scotsman and myself are the only surviving LNER A0s and A3s. The rest of my siblings didn't deserve to be scrapped. They didn't deserve it. I just wanted to be better and to show them that I am very useful and the pride of the LNER and the Doncaster 462s. That's why I called Thomas a silly little tank engine. I just miss the rest of my siblings. Well, I never expected such vulgar behavior, Gordon. What would the rest of your siblings say if they saw you acting like that? I can't believe how furious I am with you. Gordon, you have caused confusion and delay. I can't believe how stupid I was of blaming Thomas. Gordon, out of all the things you've done, this is the most despicable thing you ever did. Not to mention disgusting. Gordon, your three brothers will be very furious of your attitude. Indeed, Ryan. Gordon, as punishment, you're doing garbage detail and freight trains for a while until I trust you again. What? No. You cannot be doing this to me. You brought this upon yourself, Gordon. I'm sorry, Gordon, but you brought this upon yourself. Actions have consequences. And Gordon, you're an older engine now. I'm going to say this to you. Get your act together and grow up and stop this childish behavior of yours. Oh, yes, Edward. I'm so sorry. Sorry doesn't even have an excuse of what you've done, Gordon. Hopefully this will teach you not to be so arrogant and boastful. Oh, yes, sir.